mm, mm, mm. Okay, I'll do it. Callie, you want to do it?
Hello. You
Hello,
on
hello, hello,
you
everyone.
on mute, girl.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Chat Her Up. Come
Hello.
on board.
Choo, choo, chuckle, chuckle. All right. So, we're going to be serious now. Well, kind of. Hello, 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 everyone. We are live. It's your girls, Callie, Montique, and Dr. Joy Pre-PhD. We are here to talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 7, Episode 3, Standing in Your Truth.
My first
Yeah.
question, if I may, before Montique takes over.
Can I do allegedly thing? Or you know?
Just let us know real quick if anybody went to Candace's show this weekend. Okay,
yeah,
there
yeah,
you go.
Yes, absolutely.
Mhm.
Candace's show. They said the one in Nashville was canceled. Didn't want. I mean, I don't
That's
know.
why it was canceled, Montique, because our
I didn't go.
Montique didn't want to go.
But the one
Mhm.
in Atlanta was pretty good, and we'll talk about that in a second.
Oh, that's what King and them was at her one.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
was at her show in Atlanta.
Okay.
That is so good that they even
Did
supported
y'all see
her.
what she tweeted the other day? Was it yesterday, day before yesterday? I think it was
Is that the one? Yeah.
No.
She's disgusting. I tried
What?
to.
Can I just
Excuse
listen?
me. Who
Hold
are
on.
you
Let me
talking
say a
about?
spiel.
Candace is not disgusting.
Everything we say, Potomac, can y'all tell, is our show. Everything we say is allegedly, all right? Our opinions, entertainment purposes only. No, that she
Right,
said
Victoria, you made her come out of her earpiece, child.
No. It was something that was more personal that happened. So it wasn't you, Tori, even though you do think you crazy. It wasn't you. This
Girl,
time.
I'm a high school teacher. I can tune out anybody. You really don't have a clue. Like, for real. I'm a champion.
I'm too.
Because Joy is quick to tune me out when we be fighting mess.
Yeah, I tune out Callie in a
I
set.
have 2 year old house. I'm like, and when I say I tune out, I don't even hear you.
Oh, we know. I know. I know.
Y'all have to be in the chat with us with Callie. It's 2 Capricorns with a passionate Aries. We just
Callie be so serious.
Callie's on the island by herself
Like,
with us too, with her passion.
This. I'm like, girl. I mean, I believe some of it is true, but it's so heavily edited. I try not to go there. But so my comment about Candace is what she actually wrote on Twitter.
Well, let's judge the show first, and then we'll go into the Twitter of it all. Then I'm gonna tag some people. So how would you all rate the episode?
I would give it an 8.
Oh, that's good for you, Callie.
Oh,
What?
This is true. I'll give it.
What about you, Joyisha?
I love the Potomac. This by far is my joy. This is my. So I will probably never give an episode under 9. And this wasn't a fluff. The only time I give it lowers when they have fluff. This wasn't fluff. This was some good stuff. But I did notice that it's cut different. Because how they were having conversations, you could tell they were finishing a scene. It wasn't natural.
Oh.
So when they were sitting in their room waiting on what was happening with Giselle and Candace, and then Giselle came in there, they were trying to move scenes on.
Yeah, that was funny.
It was very obvious. It wasn't like, hey, Wendy, whatever happened with someone? It wasn't like that. It was like,
girl.
It was like, okay, we got to talk about somebody in there. Because we can't hear what's going on. Plus Giselle in here. Giselle was so funny. Giselle was like, is she okay? She's like, yeah. I guess.
Giselle played that out. She was like, I don't know, she okay. After you just done wrecked this woman's world. Oh, she all right. She's just talking to Eric.
I didn't feel bad for her though. Because I do think what she said she was sincere about. But I'm with Giselle. And the unfortunate part of her is that she's changed her tune about that, but a little bit. If you look at what people were saying to her on Twitter, people were saying the optics were really bad. And Giselle is of a certain age. I'm in the age group where optics matter to us. Young girls don't really care. That's the reason why they wear bonnets and stuff in the streets. They don't care about how things look. Giselle
Right.
comes from an era and an age where optics do matter. And she didn't, the part that bothers me about uh Candace is she said your husband did not say or do anything to make her feel uncomfortable, that her uncomfortableness was on her.
Right.
She literally said, she made it clear. She said, she told her to her face that he didn't say or do anything to make me feel uncomfortable. And if y'all didn't notice, there was something that they didn't air on the show, but they aired on Watch What Happened Live. And that's her saying the optics just look bad. That's that little clip that I sent you all
Yeah.
in the thing, because, you know, that was a thing for me. And you all were like, had she came with that angle, Giselle did come with
She
from that
did.
angle. She's saying it just looked bad. If we had, because this is the reality, y'all. If Giselle had walked out of that room and one of the makeup artists or glam team from somebody else had said, I saw Chris and so in that room, and Giselle had mentioned that to him, Candace, you don't think that the blowback would have been, now she after Candace's husband?
But the uncomfortable still was on her. It wasn't
It
anything that
was.
he did. It
She
was just her being in a, and I didn't know it was a hotel room. I thought it was their room at
no,
the reunion.
no.
Like, you know, they each have like little, it was a hotel room with a bed in it, and they were in the room together. And she felt
That's not the
uncomfortable.
first time she's been in a bedroom alone with Chris.
What?
How do you know?
Well, we've seen other shows. They were in the bedroom alone when they were on Wendy's trip last season. And
But
she
was
was
other
all the
people
way
there?
upstairs.
Like, were the other people in the
Yes.
house down the street around the corner?
Yeah, just like they were in the house down the street around
No,
the corner
but
at a hotel.
wait a minute.
It
Let's
was
be
in a
clear.
hotel.
Cameras were there.
So?
Yeah, the cameras were there. That's how you
And
saw it.
literally alone.
She wasn't alone.
They were literally alone. Now, Chris may not have seen anything wrong with the optics because he probably don't see Giselle that way.
Right.
I'm not saying that he's but even Simone, a woman of a certain age, said something similar. I wouldn't feel comfortable with my husband along with you having no conversation about nothing. Not alone.
The camera woman was that's true, Gator. The
Okay,
camera
Gator. But
I
she's
get
definitely
that.
been still alone.
The cameraman wasn't there.
Okay.
They
not
were
in the
alone.
bedroom.
Not in that bedroom.
I mean,
They
in the
were
hotel
alone.
room.
They were alone.
Okay.
So I have a question, because a lot of people are saying this. Because I joke, and it could be just me, and I may need to stop. Because if there's some people around and there's something funny about them, I will say slick stuff like what she says to Chris. But that doesn't mean that I think they want to have sex with me, and that doesn't mean I want to be in a room with them alone either.
Right.
So Chris could feel comfortable doing that because the way she does, talk about his brown penis.
Chris did not do any. That's what
So
bothers.
what are you so upset with Candace about?
Because
talk about the tweet.
I wasn't upset with how she handled the situation. I told you I feel bad for her. I got it.
No, you talking about the tweet. Remember, you said she was
the tweet was she's blaming Giselle. I want to read it. She's blaming Giselle for her infertility.
But stress affects your infertility.
But let me tell you something, if a baby was important to me, you think I would be on the show?
Yes, I do, Joy. If that's your only job and you need the paycheck.
And another thing people were saying was Candace didn't care.
You work when you was pregnant before? Did you have a job when you were pregnant before?
But don't blame other people.
Who's she blaming?
She blamed Giselle.
Why is she blaming Giselle?
Because
Giselle was the one that put this non-information on camera.
She lied. She said that
sexual arrest.
Giselle accused her husband of sexual assault. And I'm like, that girl.
People went in on Candace for this one.
She actually said sexual assault. She specifically said that Chris did not say or do anything to me to make me feel uncomfortable. How she concludes that she accuses him of sexual assault is crazy. That's why Twitter came after her.
They did. They went in
changing
on her
tune and saying, well, I'm not saying that every woman should be believed, because that's what came after her. And that's the reality, is that they were both right.
and that is true.
I will admit, Giselle came at her funky. She
Yeah.
was wrong.
She was wrong.
So you can't control how somebody claps back at you. Now we've already had this
Yes, you can. Sexual assault is something totally different.
You actually can.
That's
No,
too
you
much.
cannot. Okay, if you could control it, then we wouldn't be sitting here talking about it. You cannot control that.
But she's lying.
Because women who have really been sexually assaulted are going to feel like Candace is diminishing what they went through.
Okay,
And
but
I have not been sexually
nobody's
assaulted, but I
saying
know
anything
people who
against
have.
that.
And
What
that
I'm
is not
saying is,
right.
when you act a fool,
I know you don't play with that kind of stuff. No,
hello,
ma'am. There's women who
and
have
Giselle
actually
shouldn't be
been
playing with
mad
it
at
either.
Garcelle for saying in a book that she was almost assaulted.
Okay, you guys might want to talk one at a time if you want me to hear. Other than that, I don't really need to hear.
No, ma'am. No.
All right, so can I talk now? Because I don't know what y'all just said. Y'all spent the last 60 seconds talking over each other.
Woo, Lord.
Children.
Go ahead.
No.
I'm going to go on mute because this is right.
Sorry, Jordan. My daughter, I'm sorry. No, all I'm saying is when somebody does something stupid, you can't control how they're going to respond. Now, I didn't say anything about her response was right before y'all started yelling and screaming. What I said, and I've said before, is that you can't control it. So she felt in some way hurt by everything that happened. Are you surprised she's going to go out and say something maybe just
she
as
has
bad?
every right to respond. She just don't have every right to lie.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
the
with
difference.
you. I'm with you.
Being uncomfortable does not imply sexual assault. I've been uncomfortable with people and they didn't sexually assault me.
Okay,
That is not the same.
Monty.
I'm talking about this comment,
And
not
it was
you.
never implied.
Okay.
When Giselle was telling the story all the time, she said he didn't say or do anything to make me feel uncomfortable.
Okay, so I get that.
You got to do something. You don't,
Girl,
you don't sexually assault somebody.
Hello.
It's by looking at.
Oh my goodness.
I just feel like that was because people who really have been sexually
of course.
assaulted. And I just think that was the wrong thing to do. I
Yes,
really think that she took it. And people turned on her and they were like, well, they were saying,
that doesn't mean
you worried about being stressed, but you stressed Ashley throughout her whole pregnancy. You were a hellion to her throughout her pregnancy. And when Ashley had her miscarriage, you kind of talked about her and her miscarriage, but yet you're saying this. So I just think
y'all have to see Twitter came after her because of that. And it was because of the use of the word sexual assault. There is a difference.
Okay, but I don't
just don't lie.
Is somebody
questioning it? You can't say that somebody didn't do nothing and then say you accuse him of sex. That's the bullshit. But Candace wants to be the victim. That's what the killer part is. That's insane to me.
Why would she want to be the victim?
Why would she? What other reason would a grown adult woman that's constantly being told that he didn't say or do anything to make me feel uncomfortable then say you accuse my husband of sexual assault?
So what other reason would a grown?
I can't see it in stream.
And she posted wait a minute. And she posted that on Twitter as a way to say that because of the stress that this came, I'm now having problems with fertility. That if that wasn't no attention seeking, feel bad for me, boo-hoo, tweet, I don't know what it is. Her and Mia need to be side by side.
I can't see Sandy's either. I can't. People,
are you through yelling now so I can talk?
Go ahead.
I was done.
She said I've been through. You just sat here and screamed for the past 120 seconds. What was I trying to say? Say you still going. You still going. I'm not saying that anything. Oh my gosh, she is still going. Okay.
Can somebody help me? It's people commenting, but I can't see it in StreamYard, but I see it on here.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Can y'all? She is a victim in the whole thing. Once again, Giselle is messy with somebody else's husband and period. Hold her accountable. I do think what Giselle said was wrong.
Yeah, and I think it's wrong too. And the only thing I'm saying is she was wrong, yes. But Candace, what she said, it sounds like that was wrong too. That doesn't mean suddenly let's pile down on her and what happened to her is no longer relevant. But okay. Can you see them now, Montique?
It's
Giselle. Okay.
Sandy. It's Justina, Glow, and Sandy.
Giselle needs to get some vitamin D.
Yes, honey. Ain't no wrong with vitamin D. Um, like I can't see some of them, but anyway, I
That's
just
okay.
wanted to.
Um,
Justina said she agrees with me, which never happened, so I wanted to show that. And then about she said I agree. Yes, she did. She stressed Ashley out throughout her pregnancy. Joe Glow said facts, and so there's people on the other. They're on fake. Tori, help me out.
so Marsha is saying, yeah, Joy Candace should have left the show if she was stressed. Ashley should have left the show if she was stressed too, right? Because I do think whether you're trying to make yourself stress is stress to me. So
But
yeah,
Candace didn't say
she should not have
what
added. She should have maybe added the name to it.
but
That's how.
Candace didn't say that about her though. She's not going on Twitter saying I that Candace is the reason she had her miscarriage. That's
Huh?
the difference.
Who's what? What's miscarriage?
Candace, Ashley's not going on Twitter saying that Ashley was the reason she had her miscarriage because she was stressed. She didn't blame anybody.
Okay, yeah.
That's the difference in this. But Twitter, I feel like this. People are finally liking Candace and Chris. They
Good
really
question,
are.
yeah.
And I mean, I'm gonna give that she needs to give Giselle credit for that because people are finally liking her and Chris. What I feel like Chris and Candace are doing is they're going overboard with this because they're so happy to be liked. They comment on every little thing now. She's always going, she's doing what Monique did.
I was just gonna say
I
that.
don't want Candace to go down that road of doing what Monique did. Everybody is like, you're being just like, people in comments are telling her this and she just keeps going. And they're saying you're losing our support. You had it, you're losing it. So Candace,
because if you all remember, y'all know I stained for Giselle. The first thing I said was, "Oh, Giselle was wrong." Remember, I said that. You know, that's my girl. I started off like that. Like when you're right, you right, and when you wrong, you wrong. But just while Giselle was wrong, she is too. So as far as I'm concerned, they even handed. It's a squash because this should not really be a storyline.
well, if that's the case, then
Giselle
Candace can do her husband too, because he don't come home to 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and she's stressed he not home.
I do kind of agree with that. Is that
what now?
She shouldn't have. This wasn't.
I mean, yeah, she shouldn't have brought it up because it sounds bad.
It wasn't to the caliber of bringing something up. Now, I kind of she did say on Watch What Happens Live that she had no intention on doing it, but when she heard about the Ashley situation, she said that she was expecting her to say you. That's why I don't think her and Ashley had a conversation before she talked to her. Because I don't think they did. Because Ashley was telling, when Ashley went and told Candace about what happened with the DM, they didn't know at the time that Chris worked at that restaurant.
Right.
So, and it was like Chris posted the picture that he responded to her on Facebook, on Instagram, and it was like a picture of her sitting. Here, I got it. It's like, here, I'll show it to you. It was a picture of Candace. Oh, it says it was a picture of the actual story I responded to was of her and Robin at bar 3 blocks away. And Candace already knew that I think Ashley a DM because I told her right after I did. That's what he claims. I do think he was lying about. I'm 99% sure that that
1%.
That was a lie. He made because he wasn't thinking like that, and it's okay. Like this is the part that bothers me is that he's on defense mode, but this whole situation I think is probably heightened because of the cameras. But this was a non-situation. You know, it was just like, you know, I ain't like that, and she would have said, well, you didn't do anything. I just, you know, it's just the optics. I don't think that it was even meant to be like that. I just don't. And Chris doesn't have to defend himself. If you're not looking at a person in a sexual way, there are things that it's just like my minister. If I walked in a room with my minister and I closed the door in the office and we having a conversation, it wouldn't even dawn on me because I'm not looking at him in that way. But somebody coming by might. which explains why most of the time he'll have another sister in the room or have his door open. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's just how you do. That's just optics. I certainly ain't trying to get with my minister. He
Why you
certainly
just
ain't
do
trying
it?
to get with me.
I mean, like even dentists and doctors and all of them, they make
Yeah.
sure someone's in the room with
Oh
them.
yeah. It's and I try to give Giselle a little grace in regards to her being a part of the church, because
True.
church optics are extremely important in the Black church. So she understands optics more than most.
What do
I
y'all think?
I do. I believe that I ain't gonna say more than most, but she gets it.
I agree with y'all. That's just me though. Okay, if that's what you're saying, okay, here's something. If all what you're saying is so joy,
Then why is she trying to say Chris needs to apologize? Now that part I didn't understand. He should, but he doesn't. I would certainly not would have been thinking that it needed to be done or that it was a requirement. Now that I agree with, but I do think, generally speaking, the gentlemanly thing to do, and these people just don't get it because it could have been squashed so perfectly. Giselle, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that, because he know he didn't do anything wrong. She know he did, and he's not being accused of being doing anything wrong. And Robin even reiterated it to him.
right?
He didn't say so. She's not accusing him of anything. That's why I was so off-putted by Candace's tweet, because nobody has accused, unless we seeing something that we ain't seen yet. She hasn't done that.
I don't think she did it. But we shall see. Maybe something did happen. But if something else did happen, why is Candace not letting this play out? Like she is I'm telling y'all, she's turning into Monique. And I like Candace.
How are y'all putting this? It sounds like now Candace is starting to get the bigger pushback on this, when Candace is not the one that brought this up.
Because that's what I'm saying. If she would have just let it play out, and not try to get this sympathy with the sexual assault and the stuff that she's saying, people will still be on her side.
Not even
they were.
Not even Ashley does that. And she's been in a couple of situations like that where
she's been in about 30 because
but
of her husband.
My point is, there is a decision to try to win yourself in public opinion. And sometimes it backfires on you, just like it did with her the last couple of days ago. If you don't believe me, go look at that line. I don't see no person in support. It's like 300 comments. Go through them.
I don't need to go through them.
You think she want Chris Brown penis? I don't think so.
Oh my goodness.
Not at all.
I don't think she wants Chris at all. But
First
when you
of
put
all,
that kind of conversation out there,
with broke men.
When you put something out there like that,
and I ain't saying broke, but he ain't got enough money for Giselle.
Oh no.
All right. What else? Are we still talking? Go ahead, Callie. I gotta find my notes, so somebody needs to talk.
It just sounds like, you said there's 300 or whatever people on Twitter that's going at her in a negative way.
On Instagram too.
Candace, or wherever. Candace is in a situation she's never been in before. And the second she does something that you guys think is wrong, you suddenly forget how this started. That kills me. When people do
it's not about how it started. People can.
It is about how it started, or we wouldn't be having the conversation at all, Martell and Melody.
But this also, Giselle wasn't wrong. See, here's the difference.
Giselle wasn't wrong about bringing it up on camera. There was nothing that happened, so what are we bringing it up for?
I mean, because
but
that's not the issue. I personally, if Candace was my true girlfriend, I probably wouldn't have brought it up on camera. But I'm gonna be honest with you, Candace has not been a real nice person to Giselle.
Okay, Giselle has not been a real nice person to Candace.
I don't know how much Giselle watches, especially the after shows from last year, Wendy and
That's not.
Candace stayed on Giselle's neck almost every single episode. And regardless of what was happening, Giselle still showed up to her events, didn't make a big deal out of them at the reunion. She may have made comments in response to him when she was interviewed, but Giselle never goes in on Candace. She just doesn't.
Never? She didn't go in on Candace last year in support of Karen? She didn't go in on Candace last year at the reunion?
I'm talking about not in regards to what she did to her, though. This is what she was doing to Mia, and the fact that she gets them so angry that
She was playing foolishness.
that they want to fight.
Interesting.
Yeah, they don't need.
Yeah, it wasn't
Okay,
about
so-
her. My point is, it wasn't about her. But
Okay,
she
so-
spends a significant, her and Wendy, if y'all go back and watch those after shows, spent a significant amount of time going in on Giselle. And Giselle, I mean, I'm impressed.
I'm gonna have to read the one
defended
from
herself. She never, they never even addressed it.
I'm gonna try to read some of the ones from Facebook because they're not coming up.
It.
Why would Giselle bring this up? Hold on. Why would she bring this up? Jeopardize this man, Korean hospitality. That is irresponsible of her. She did it on purpose. You can see Rose's face expression. She is very uncomfortable.
Yes.
I agree with that.
And the fact that
I don't think Giselle should have brought it up.
Going in on Candace now. Okay.
I mean,
but I think no. What I'm saying is, go ahead.
Candace is lying. This isn't her responding to Giselle. You can respond to Giselle like she did by calling her neck and ankles. You going off on Giselle. You have every right. That's your response. You don't have a right to lie on her. She did not accuse her husband of sexual assault. Why say that? And then
why say it at all?
Why link that to?
I just think sexual assault is bad.
It is bad.
Or your fertility issue.
But that doesn't erase how we got here, though.
So that means that Candace don't need to be on this show. Because if you're going to be on a reality TV show where mess is brought up and you're going to go to sexual assault to try to defend yourself, you ain't ready for reality TV. That's some Lisa Rinna stuff. That's some Rinna stuff.
She's trying to defend herself with sexual assault? Who's trying to defend herself with that?
Why did she use it then?
I don't know. I'm asking you, who's trying to defend herself? You're saying
what other reason
herself from what though? Defend her husband, or what do you mean defend herself from what?
She's not. Candace wasn't defending herself. In my opinion, she's trying to get sympathy. There was no other reason for you.
But she already had the sympathy, according to you guys.
But that's why I said she went too far.
So then it had to have been something else that was happening.
So Glojo said Giselle brought it on camera because it's her job.
Montanique's whole point. Okay. Why not let it play out? Because
that's what I'm saying. Let it play out.
That's her whole point. And Callie, using your same analogy, because it started with Monique, Black folks shouldn't be complaining.
Monique?
It was because of what happened with us during slavery, because there were chunks of Black Africans that
sold us. They sold us.
I mean, you can't that analogy don't mix.
Well, I didn't say anything about Monique or slavery, so I'm not sure what you're referring to.
Anybody of what you do once we got here. Just like it doesn't absolve Candace for making up that lie. That's a flat out lie. And if there's something else, which is possible because we ain't seen it, let us watch it.
You mean to tell me it could be something else and you haven't seen it because you're so upset about this one thing? Gizzard is the one that had private conversations with the lady saying how, thank you, Misbehaving.
Well, I mean, she said it to Robin as soon as it happened. I think that's what validates to me that she did feel uncomfortable. And she said it immediately.
Karen agrees with it. Karen agrees.
But Karen sucks. I'm sorry.
So now we care what Karen.
I don't care what Karen thinks.
I didn't. I'm just associating it with age. Karen agreed with it, and so did Simone. That's based off of optics. Young people do not care about optics. That's crystal clear. Millennials definitely don't. They don't care. They don't care.
I don't know. I feel like what Candace should be very mad. I hate that Candace does body shame, like big head and dry and all this kind of stuff, because if anybody said something about her, it would be like colorism or something. Sure. I don't think she should go with the body stuff. I just don't. But that's just how she is. But I just don't think she should.
And
Um,
she will scream. Her and Wendy, you can't say it's just like the whole thing that we gonna see later. Wow, Mia threw a glass in
I
Mia's
watch Karen's
face.
YouTube.
She was flat out wrong. But to say that that girl's face had craters in it, baby, you can't say nothing about her face. You're gonna be a colorist all day long.
What? Tell
I
me the
agree
face
that
thing.
she was
Who said
a.
something about face?
Anyone talks about her and it's
She
straight to
called me
tears.
a critter
I
face.
hate that y'all can't see the Facebook comments. They're really good. I tried to get everybody to come to YouTube, but they ain't come. So
Gator said, "Go watch Karen's YouTube channel."
I watched it. Karen, the only thing she said on her YouTube was that if the door was open, then she might feel a little different. But she still said that she does believe that Giselle could have been uncomfortable. That's what she said. She didn't negate that Giselle couldn't be uncomfortable. She said she just has more facts now. And Karen is a flip-flopper too, so I don't know why I'm not going to invalidate anything Karen said. Because she'll say she's mad at somebody, and then the next day she's not. She just, whoever makes her look good, Karen's going to say it.
Well, I was actually
Uncomfortable yet
surprised
admitted
that Karen
simultaneously that Chris didn't say or do. Okay.
Who called Candace a little dog?
I don't
that?
know
Oh,
about
they're
anything
talking.
recent, but she's
You're
been called
talking
that
about
a lot of
fans,
times.
though.
We talking about the
fans. Fans was calling her, and I did not like that either. Doing the side by side of her when she was crying to a dog. I don't like that.
Oh, but I don't think any of the cast called her a dog, did they?
No, it was the fans. Because it's been shared all around Facebook.
Oh, that's horrible. But I mean, they do it to all the ladies. I hate when people do the looks thing. I don't understand.
But that's what I was saying. They go to a place, and I'm like, you need to find. The reality is,
she
they
said
haven't
Ashley
really
called
found-
Candace a hamster. Her
That's
hair is
what it
hay.
was.
When did she say that?
Oh, she said it at the dinner. Was that beginning of last season?
I remember she said her hair looked dry, but I don't remember her saying
you,
that she looked like
Gator.
a hamster.
Why?
But that's what she called her football head.
It's
and wide body bitch. Come on now.
Body what?
She called her. She said, "You better get
Oh,
your
she called her
wide
wide
body."
body.
After this lady just had a baby, she called her milkmaid, and she called her football head. Come on, y'all.
Oh, did she call her football head too?
And said that she was a bed wench.
Yeah, Ashley's all forehead, so I know.
And I was
And
like,
Ashley hair is dry, so please.
And when you watch it, you're like, girl, y'all act like y'all ain't both married to white men. This is the most racially charged cop. That's why I like, for real. I in real life, I don't think I could mess with Candace because she don't hear the stuff that come out. It's like, girl, you are so.
Of course, she hears what comes out of her mouth.
No, because she did one post I showed y'all. She was talking about somebody married to a white person, and she was like, "Oh, she's with the opposite team or something." And I'm like, Candace, you married to a white man? I don't think she thinks Chris is white.
Like she don't see her. You can't.
She called Charissa had sagging tits. Okay, was that the same episode she called her? She said she was geriatrics or something.
Candace, Ashley also said, I did say that, and I guess I got my karma because I got my own. She also said that Candace doesn't see her.
We hadn't even talked about the show. We just talking about inappropriate stuff that they've done.
Herself. She talks as
Ashley does not think she's white. Now that right there is not true. They will fight to say they black, all of them. Okay, so anyway, let's go. Can I go to the show?
Yes.
So we still don't have taglines.
Wendy wearing all that weave and got all that hair. She needs to use Kenya Stormy or somebody's hair care.
They said that
I feel like Wendy had clip-ins that wasn't all her hair, but I'm gonna move on because I'm not gonna fight about that.
It wasn't all her hair.
Clip-ins when you talking about when she was showing her hair falling out. Let's talk about that. Remember when I was telling y'all about them Jermaine? Y'all was calling them Jermaine Jackson. I said
she had Jermaine Jackson sideburns. That's what people were saying.
Yeah, because they came all the way down to her eyebrows.
Out that jail, there's actually some edge control that you can buy that's black, and it has a little dye in your hand.
This is it. This is some of it. That's what I mean.
You got it, Kelly. Let me see.
And you put it on your head.
Murray's beeswax edge stuff.
And that's what I was talking about. Like I could tell that when y'all was talking about that. I said, kind of look like that. Yeah, game, recognized game. I know
Yeah,
this.
we know she.
I
You
wonder
can
if
see
she
when she
got
had those
a whole
braids.
head full of hair, like down. It's natural, so it's long.
Yeah.
But I ain't got no edges. I'm one of them people.
But and another thing is you could tell when she had her hair braided, you could see all that black gel in the middle of them when they went to Savannah.
Wendy, or
So
That's
we
my
talking about Wendy?
y'all think Wendy's bleach? I don't
Yeah, I
get
see it under there. Wasn't Candace's hair cute? Was
I
today
love
the
that's
episode that
Candace's
they?
hair. That is
Yes,
her.
the big
Oh,
poofy
her
when her
hair
and Chris
looks
was out
so
together.
pretty.
Yeah.
Her hair
Oh,
looks
so
so
pretty.
She wears like that a lot on Instagram. Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's
let's get back to the
so
show.
pretty.
I think Giselle said it. Okay, I did say I think Giselle was wrong. We done beat that horse, so I'm done. Do y'all think that the whole thing with Chris and Giselle could have been summed up as a misunderstanding?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
That's what it is. That's why I said this whole thing is just blown up. Had they all talked, it really could have been an apology. Like Giselle really should apologize to Chris. Like this was blown out of proportion.
Yeah.
I just felt uncomfortable, Chris. I thought she should know that because of what Ashley
misbehaving
and let it go. I get it. It just goes too far, but I kind of get the impression, like y'all been saying, that this is handled pretty quickly.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna stay on this. I really don't, because so many people are about to start. That's why I like Potomac. It ain't just Pennygate and Doggate and Kathy Hilton Gate. It is different stories. People are gonna be mad at each other on this, and we love it. We love the drama, even though we say we don't. We mad at Giselle for doing this and Candace for doing that, but we love it because we wouldn't have nothing to talk about. So people are talking about Wendy, and I'm gonna say, so we have one thing. I'm so glad Dr. Wendy got her look together. She didn't look good her first season. I don't know if that's true. I thought she was nice. I just don't like her Jermaine Jackson sideburn. Wendy needs to heal her scalp before using Kenya Moore hair care. I can't have the queen product being blamed for the baldness. Oh, that is true. So you think her scalp is not healed?
Well,
she's probably been putting so much perm on.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Kenya's edge stuff is the bomb, so that is not true, Tori. I know you're just playing.
Over time, your hair gets stressed, and like I'm kind of hopeful that Black women will get away from perms just altogether.
Yes, don't do a perm.
I stopped getting perms because perms were linked to fibroids, and I had
really. I didn't know that.
But here's the killer. I posted it on my Facebook. You know, there's a class action lawsuit now for perm. For Black women and perms linked to cervical cancer.
And I will say this.
I knew that.
Yeah, I've heard about the cancer.
But I know that I read about that 15 years ago because
okay, y'all, we running over.
I had my last perm in 2008. I'm sorry.
So did I, Joy. That's funny.
I've
had a perm since before I gave birth.
Too. I my daughter will not get a perm either. But Lord, I lost Dory's here. Okay, somebody else go. Lord, I lost it. What was I gonna say? Oh, Wendy and stress. Also, when I had my daughter, when they say girls take your beauty, I will say that I got a bald spot like in the middle of my head.
Yeah, I lost
from her, and my skin was very dry, and it's still kind of dry. So it could have been for her having her kids too.
Yeah, it could have been. It could have been. Have you guys watched the hair show that came on after Potomac that Oprah is presenting?
I did watch that.
Thank you, Gator. Was it good? Was it helpful with all the hair stuff going on lately?
I liked it. I did. Black women don't get perms. Black women get relaxers, and white women get perms. What we call them perms. Yeah. A white woman's perm gets their hair curly. Our perms get our hair straight. We all call them perms.
Yeah. Wendy said it started after her last child.
Yeah, I think it's from her child too. It is kind of stressful, and she is trying to pick on all these things. And I don't know if it's so she can have something to talk about on the show.
Well, she passed out at some point. She is in the hospital.
I thought it was from her perm. From
Wendy
her hair thing.
Passed out and was in the hospital.
I thought it was like something through her hair.
Oh, it might be.
But I feel like she's taking on too much stuff, and so she does. If it is doing that to her, does she stop doing all that, or what do y'all think?
Okay. First of all, y'all know I love Peter. Oh God, he's so fine and all. But you are doing too much if you really think you can go into a restaurant business with Peter.
I heard he doing real well
He
now.
is, but
Well,
still,
but he can't get along from Cynthia anymore, and so I just don't know that for somebody who's never been in the business, Wendy, that probably is not okay. Or you could even ask Ashley, because Ashley, they had their failed restaurant business.
their
I just don't
restaurants and
think
stuff
that
for
Wendy,
sure.
I don't think
Uh-huh.
she's thinking right, and we know she's a really smart girl, but we also saw how she handled the candles last season. That's all I got to say about that.
Postpartum shit. Yeah, I think it could be from her baby girl. And I
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
you, girls, they'll do it to you. But I do feel like this has been happening for a while. This just didn't happen overnight. She's
Right.
just been. And
And
another
she
thing,
said
people
that,
always talk about how Giselle's wigs and Kenya wigs kind of just sit on their head. I'm gonna tell y'all why. Because they want to keep their hair.
Yeah,
When
they don't
people use
glitter.
all that lace front
They don't
glue
glow
stuff,
though.
it takes your hair out.
Mhm.
So that's why they wear those wigs that they wear, because they want to keep their hair, and they don't care people know it's a wig because they got a lot of hair.
right?
You know what I mean? So Wendy needs to quit using
Exactly, Latoya Peter when he's
those
still.
wigs. What you
Yeah,
say?
I was reading Latoya's comment
What she
about
say? I missed it.
But see, I don't think
Peter. Where'd she
Wendy
go?
uses wigs a lot. It looks like she uses weaves.
Who?
Wendy.
You
It
think
Yeah,
she
I
looks
just
would
uses
agree.
like
like
clips?
Wendy uses weaves. I
Yeah.
don't know if they're clips, but she looks like she may be using weaves.
So you can do baby hair with weave?
You can do baby hair with tattoos.
Oh,
You
see, I
just-
don't know. Okay.
Yeah, you have your hair out.
Okay, I
You
didn't
have
know. I
your
just
or
say
a
baby
tattoo.
hair.
put it on top. Yeah.
Yeah, Ashley's business was location. I agree with that.
Yeah,
Gollum
I mean,
would have
but so
never
Wendy
let
And
us.
could
it
have
wasn't
talked
just
to other
location.
people
She
before.
was selling kangaroo.
Yeah, who wants it? And even people in Australia said they didn't eat some of that stuff that she was selling. Okay, so what do y'all think about? So I said misunderstanding. Eric said, "Why did you come to me?" Okay, so Eric did the fourth wall thing. You can buy baby hair. Shut up! I saw a baby hair tattoo. And I was
Girl,
like, what the
Wait a
heck?
minute, Kyra. What are you calling? What is Kyra?
Gollum
calling?
is
You
Michael
can buy literally
Who is
lace
Gollum?
baby hair.
from Lord of the Rings. Yeah, you can buy baby hair. I just thought it was with wigs, though. I didn't know you were
No,
with.
it's
Why
you.
would you do that with a wig?
Girl, let
Okay.
me find some.
Y'all ain't right. Okay. I think Giselle. Okay, I did that. Eric said, "Why didn't you come to me?" So was Candace wrong, and was Eric right for saying you all talk about each other? Why are you coming to me with this? Or should he have?
Well, no, she wasn't wrong. I
Eric,
mean,
the producer, the producer, he
Oh,
said,
did
"Why are
say
you
that.
coming to me?"
I can't
Y'all
control
all
what
talk
come
about
out
each
of her
other.
mouth more than I control what come out of yours.
Yeah,
What's the fourth wall?
No,
that's the production. They're the
this is
wall.
how dirty she is. Instead of her just dealing with that's wrong, Chris is a good guy.
Yeah.
You want to talk about get Michael Darby from that. Get age grabbing like that was a whole unnecessary. Here go the baby hers, y'all.
Ooh,
That is crazy. Giselle hair looks good. I just wish she would get better looking wigs with the part. She had a different hair just for that was her hair on Watch What Happens Live though.
And that's what what you just held
That's
up
Joy.
looks like
That's
the
Giselle's
part,
hair.
the front closure part. That's what it looked like you just showed. But those were baby hairs.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't. These are. No, I'm just saying. If you ain't got no edges,
That is crazy.
you can buy some. These
You
are
can buy freaking edges. Can we
This
sell
all
some
people.
edges? Okay. So, but I do feel like Wendy needs to lay off on all that weave stuff. And
Yeah, I don't
know.
think she can though.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm.
Mm.
And I mean,
She
can.
can. She just don't want to.
Right. Well, and I mean that literally. I don't think she can, because if she
Oh.
has to wear her natural hair, especially with it being that thin,
Mhm.
what would she do? She can't. You
Yeah,
know,
it's like-
unless you're going to shave it
Mhm.
off. You know, you're not going to just walk around with a bald spot.
But she
as a
could
woman.
cut it all off and then start wearing wigs.
I think that's what. Yeah.
A lot of people do that.
I don't know. Anyway, Wendy, we praying for you and your hair. I just thought I don't know. I'm not gonna say
Yeah,
anything about her hair because I don't want people to say I'm colorist and I'm not.
Here
Okay,
go another one. Some long ones.
that's ridiculous. I'm not doing that. Okay, Candace said they apologized for Michael Darby. Why she bring? Did anybody ever apologize for Michael?
Mm-mm. Not
Okay,
that I remember.
I don't know. I don't remember. I ain't saying it didn't happen.
so with did y'all think? Because Giselle to me, she. I feel like after Candace was so mad and stormed out, I don't know. I feel like Wendy should have followed her because that's. I feel like I don't know why, but I feel like Giselle just really just cared about eating cupcakes. I don't know. I was kind of upset with Giselle about that because she was
But
like,
I
"Me."
will say this. When she said she was surprised, looking at her response, I think she was. How she responded. I don't know why, but she did. It kind of looked like, what's going on here?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what's happening here? Like, so I'm wondering how bad was this cut?
Right. I don't know.
I don't
Did
know.
she was I think did she say Candace's stomach hurt or something? Like
No.
I was like, Giselle, you know what happened.
So,
And then
can we talk about Wendy and Robin?
I was getting to that next. Y'all ready?
Yeah, because I was looking at another recap earlier of the Brooke Ashley show. I don't know if you ever watch her show, but she's really good. And she said that that Robin got aggressive. I didn't take it that way. I thought it was all Wendy. So did I look at that wrong?
Wendy is aggressive, but Wendy does stay seated. She's aggressive,
So
but
you're
she
saying
does stay seated.
yeah. So Robin got aggressive when she stood up.
Absolutely. And
Now she stood up. She stood up
And
when
walked
she was
forward.
being told to stand in your truth. So she stood and said, "I'm standing in it."
Oh, she did. I know.
Who
she
did that now?
point, but
Robin.
she also stepped forward a little
Oh,
bit.
that's why it's called standing your truth.
Yes.
Oh, makes sense.
That's why somebody put their arm out for her to go backwards. So it's one thing to stand up. I get the point she was making, standing your truth.
So people do think she was
But
aggressive.
she should not have walked toward Wendy because
Really?
I don't think she should have walked toward her. I do think that is aggressive.
And then Wendy said that your seat is waiting on you. Go take a seat. I'm like, okay.
So okay. And I think Robin sit down though.
She did. She did.
I just don't understand that. Would you sit down? Okay, I guess grown people.
Did you
would.
think she was aggressive too, Monty?
I didn't think. I think this is what happens on reality TV. So
It is, but they didn't fall on this one. So
I see what you're saying.
Things that I wouldn't.
Okay.
Her fists were almost balled up in jaw.
Oh
I ain't gonna say that for
no, Ganger.
Well, no, I mean I get what he's saying, but to me, Wendy brought that out because Wendy's sitting over there with that long wicked witch finger.
It's aggressive to me.
Yeah, she had just
Y'all
got the
don't say
doctor
that
from
because
talking
Wendy's
about
a
the
dark
hair
skinned
and so she
person
was
and they're
upset.
gonna say y'all colorists. I don't want
I
us
just
to
said, but so was Robin.
Okay.
I said that she
say it again.
aggressive. Robin was when she started walking toward her, it's a natural response to think that is this chick finna defend because you ain't pointing your finger in my face. Like, why are we getting up? Like, it's one thing. That's why Mia was aggressive when she was pointing her fingers in Candace's face.
Yeah.
Like, there are just certain physical boundaries that should not be crossed. Because
I don't even remember Mia getting questioned for putting her hand in her face.
I don't even remember it. That's how you know my mind is
She
bad.
said we don't do that here. Y'all remember when Candace said that? Because we had problems.
Oh yes, I do because of the past. Who is Robin? Who is just y'all do not listen to us. That's why I told you to say
Robin
it again.
didn't lie.
That's why I asked you to say it again, Joy. Because say it again.
Say what? What
Robin
happened?
was what?
Was aggressive when she walked toward Wendy. To me, it's just a not like my thing.
Why your fist look so funny?
Like, why you walking to me?
So Robin was aggressive too, right?
Yeah, like,
okay.
Yeah.
And so after Wendy was being extremely aggressive, Was she not? I can't say that. Okay. So is she really shocked that she didn't get invited to hang out with
All
her?
right. She shouldn't have been. Wait a minute.
I mean, come on.
Here's a predicting question. What y'all think out there that's watching? Do you all think that Wendy, who was just talking about, it's about the kids, so why you exclude my kids? Do you think Wendy is going to let Candace play auntie
No.
and take her children?
No.
Oh, they already showed the preview, so I can let people know, unless y'all don't want to know.
I
know what's going to happen. Do you want to know or you want to watch?
Wait a minute. What?
So Wendy, so Robin has it's two previews out there. The first one is Robin's like, I feel bad about it. She's sitting with Juan. She's like, so I want her kids are great. It's just me and Wendy don't get along right now. So I want Auntie Candace to bring Wendy's kids to Family Fun Day.
Yeah.
And Joy's question was, do you think Wendy's going to allow Candace?
Oh, that wasn't on the show last night. I watched so much TV.
Okay. It's a previews, Joy.
Okay.
No, them kids probably only met Candace once. No, you
don't think they're real
better
friends?
for me for her not to have even invited.
That's a good question. That's really a good question.
Yeah.
Don't kick her out the party and invite the auntie.
Right. But I know what's going to happen. I don't want to let you all know if you all have not. But you will find out.
Close your eyes if you don't want to hear it.
She said close the eyes if you don't want to hear it.
Nobody's eyes. I'm glad Robin changed her mind because you never put kids. I agree. Because I was kind of side-eyeing Robin. I do understand though, because there are people in life that I just don't want to be around. But I would probably volunteer to go pick their kids up. But like I'll come get them and da. But
y'all better than me. I don't want you or your babies.
No, Joy.
Oh yeah, I'm dead serious. Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Unless our children were straight up friends.
Yeah.
And
they're not straight up friends.
And they're not straight up.
Yeah, that's
friends.
Me too then. Yeah.
Then no, absolutely not.
That's true.
And I think that it's a good idea to start disinviting people. And I kind of think, based off of a tweet that Candace did in the middle of the season that we didn't understand, and this is just my prediction, they gonna be disinviting Candace to a lot of stuff too.
You think so?
Because Candace tweeted while they were filming, "Oh, y'all trying to ice me out." And
she did.
And like a day or so later, that's when we get that clip.
Somebody's
at Peter's place.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't know who was fighting, but we now know it was Wendy and Mia.
Not Candace. I don't think Candace was even there.
I don't even think Candace was there.
Yeah, she was. She wasn't there.
And it was around that time she posted that.
Child. Okay, another thing. So do y'all remember when Candace and Portia went live and Candace said, don't forget, they're trying to get you to come to that thing on the 24th. And so
what thing? Say it again. What thing?
And she performed in Atlanta. So I'm thinking, was Portia there or did they just not show her? Is she coming back to Atlanta? What is going on? Because what could Candace and Portia be filming together on the 24th?
I don't know. I just thought
unless Portia's coming to see her perform at her concert.
So why do you think that involves filming?
Because she said Bravo wants to get us together for that thing.
That was yesterday, the 24th.
Yeah, the 24th. And all of them was at her concert.
Oh.
So maybe Portia just didn't show up. Because I didn't see her at all.
Her and Portia getting along. I heard they.
No, they paid them to do that.
Oh, okay.
Tyler Perry did for Sisters. And we gonna.
But I thought Candy handled it really well when Portia said, "I'm not too sure you're invited though."
Invited to the wedding. She said you're gonna make people uncomfortable. See, Portia, look, Portia used uncomfortable.
Yeah, and she said, "Look, it's not about me. It's your wedding. Do what you're gonna do." And don't even worry about me. She said, just send me the gift registry. I thought that was so proud of her.
But Karen told Candace, if y'all watched the last reunion.
I remember. That I already know what you're talking about.
Tactics up. We're not going to invite you to stuff.
She didn't just say invite you. She said, you're going to ice yourself out. That's what she said. And I was just like, I hope folks are paying attention because that's going to happen. And I think that you do have to get to the point where if you ain't gelling with somebody and this is a real event for you or real situation,
She
ain't
was
no
with
way.
Shamia making wedding dress preparations.
So she didn't show up. They
Who?
were talking about trying to get Portia to come to that.
Mm.
So they were doing it that night? Or was they went in
When
Atlanta?
did Portia get married? Has she said a date?
She
Nope,
I think
but
she's
she
getting
did
married in
say,
Nigeria first, and then she's coming here. So Candace better be
yeah.
careful with Portia. And Portia's also friends with Giselle. Because she was like, me and Giselle gonna come to your concert
Who said?
together. Portia said this to Candace, and Candace was
Oh.
like, no, we're not there yet. So, oh well. Anyway, I was hoping Candace maybe was gonna make a cameo. I mean, Portia on Atlanta, so maybe she's not. So what do y'all think about Ashley and Michael and him lying to her and saying that they have to pretend to stay together because the loan is contingent of them being still kind of a couple? And then
Yeah.
the realtor saying that that was not true.
Chris, what's his name? Michael plays her like a deck of cards. I mean, all over these past few years, every time we would see Ashley doing something to change the prenup, and Michael was always kind of agreeing with her. And yeah, okay, yeah, we can talk about it. So I think he's known the whole time. He let her think that she was doing a whole lot more than she was really doing. He let her think all the signatures and changes to prenups was really in her favor. And she signed and trusted his attorneys to do everything.
She did. And that's why stuff
kind
is
of
in that
scary.
prenup that she didn't know about. She said
Right.
that on Watch What Happens Live.
Right. So that's kind of scary. This whole house thing to me, what do you mean she can't afford her own house? She was crying, didn't think she could afford it. Why can't you? You've been on the show for 7 years.
Yeah.
You're making some good money. I'm assuming you can afford your own
And
house.
you know Coffee and Love sold 2 tracks. You know she made money off Coffee and Love.
You know what?
Ashley about to be like EJ and so many other rich. Don't say white women. I didn't know she better.
Child, I can't.
I'm not responding to that. And she never got that post. Yeah, they call her football head. Y'all leave Ashley's football head alone. So I felt like this episode was called Shady Producers because the producers was very shady, even with the Mia situation, with the fourth wall situation, and with the Wendy hot mic situation. What do y'all think about Wendy saying, I didn't call her a liar. I didn't call her a liar. And then go out to the producer and say, well, we all know she lying. What y'all think about that?
Wendy's a mess. Okay, I don't mean to interrupt this question.
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all just see what came out about Kim Zolciak?
I sent that to y'all yesterday. I was hoping you would share it.
You sent what?
About her losing her house?
Yesterday?
I sent that to y'all.
Oh, you're right.
I want you to share the Candace stuff and all that, but I was just so busy today. Y'all, I can't tell y'all what's going on at work, but it is, pray for me. But anyway, just pray.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, so I wanted you to share all that stuff with like Candace going live and her singing Tony and all that. Did you see any of that last night? Oh, yeah, I sent it to y'all. I lost my thought. Oh, what did y'all think about the hot mic situation? I think that's where I was at. Hello, are y'all listening to me? Are we done?
Michael Darby, right? I just gave my input on it.
Candace said, "Bravo, Con."
She said, "Are we done?"
She's just vulgar. I just can't deal with her.
Vulgar is a very strong word.
What did she say at BravoCon?
Candace says, I don't know what the question was. They didn't show the question. So the clip was just of Candace saying, I don't know why Giselle chose my husband to go after her. She feeds her hungry every time she comes around. She need to go find a dildo or something. That she's vulgar to me. She's just,
but that's how she talks. She's
vulgar.
Listen to her after the show. I'm asking y'all questions.
I'm sorry. What?
It's the hatred. It's the hatred that's just doing too much.
No, she can't even tell her to take a break. Take a Kit Kat. Is it a Snicker? Whichever one you're supposed to. The fourth, what did I say? The Wendy situation with the hot mic. What did y'all think of that?
It's Wendy. I believe it. You know,
I believe
Giselle
every ounce of it.
Giselle said that's the Wendy I know.
Yeah, Wendy's shady.
We we get a fake version of her because Wendy only leads. I don't think Wendy knows how to really be. But I will say this. what she's doing with the hair is a very vulnerable,
Mm-hmm.
very personal. I do believe this isn't. This is
When was this recorded?
Oh, I don't know.
fall.
Before or after the slap?
What slap?
Jada Pinkett's husband.
Oh, that I don't know.
Let me tell you. Let me find Peter.
Why was that? Oh, are you talking about? You
Let
think
me
she
find
got it?
Giselle.
Girls, Kelly, Allie.
Come on now.
Okay, I ain't mad at it.
I mean, I'm just thinking,
when Peter
this is the
slapped-
time
okay.
to come out and
say
Okay.
your
talk
truth
about your hair and the
loss.
stress. I ain't taking off my wig showing y'all my issues. But that's
It
what I
was
got.
in May, so this was in the spring.
Kelly. I done seen Kelly without her wig. She is still cute. I don't care what.
Oh my goodness. But that's I hate to question it, but I kind of think.
So you think so because Jada and her issues and the slap was like a hot
This is
topic.
the time. Yeah, this
Wendy
is the time
decided
to come
to
out with
bring
that.
her hair issues to the show.
I mean, the
And
issues are relevant.
they are.
I'm just saying the timing was also very interesting. And you know, with Oprah's show out now, after I mean, there's a lot. Anyway.
So y'all do think that was her
So
hair?
they filmed this in May. The bar, the situation with Peter Thomas and Giselle, the bar situation. This right here was taken.
So when did the slap happen?
Oh no, in March. This was taken March the 5th.
But that's a different thing. That was for a governor thing.
Yeah, that was something local.
But this was right back. This was.
I think you're right, Callie.
Yeah.
So you think she didn't have a storyline, so her hair would be that? That could be it too. And it is an issue that maybe she
wanted.
That's a legitimate.
Yeah.
Yes. It's absolutely. Look, absolutely. But my point is, it was legitimate before the slap too, but people were not necessarily as comfortable bringing it out then. You know,
and her doctor probably got some notoriety, some money for doing this too. Like she
her
didn't
doctor
have to.
Probably her appointments are picking up now. I mean, there's if you know, it's easier to bring it out if it's a national conversation than it is to just 2 years ago say, you know, look, my hair is thinning.
I agree. A lot of Potomac really storyline kind of girls.
I'm sorry, y'all. In May is when the rumors were circulating that Giselle was dating
Peter. So that's when that was. Okay.
And I keep coming up with this May 5th.
So that's got to be it.
I'm looking at article dates.
Okay.
And this one says May 22nd, May.
When was the slap? March?
Now, let me put in, slap.
Will Smith slap. Okay. And I'm going to move on because we almost been an hour. Oh, my God. I am so mean. Listen to my notes. Now we know why Wendy wore them spaced out braids.
You know, I put it's March the 27th.
It was March.
You're right, Kelly. And remember when I explained why she wore them Jermaine sideburns? It was a spray to cover up the bald spots. So I wrote that exactly
for me. You got that for me. Because I wanted to tweet that, but I said that would be so
That's so mean. Oh,
but yeah, I said that. I'm like,
I mean, so if she handles it right, I mean, there could be a little bit of a storyline in there.
I know. I'm happy she's getting it corrected
because that's actually a real issue for a lot of Black women.
Yes.
Yeah. I think women in general.
I know I don't even mess with Wendy, but I think that if she goes along this line and she actually allows this to be a journey, and if she really takes that weave off and allow that vulnerability, she may be personable. Right now, in my opinion, she's like a caricature. She's not.
I really hope she does the right thing.
I don't know anything about her. Her name might not even be Wendy. It might be something.
It's true. But
they shady. Y'all say I'm shady today. They shady. Did we talk about Mia and her lying self, or did we not? I can't remember.
Girl.
Did we talk about Mia?
Because I got a disease.
Right.
I'll never forget that. When she told her mom, girl, just tell everybody you got bad butt shots and it caused tumors.
Lumps.
They need to go in there and get them out. That's a legitimate storyline.
That would have been a great one.
Michelle made a thing off of it. Like,
and when you do quotes, you know you don't even believe yourself because that was
Right.
that was involuntary.
and she
That was like
She lies a little bit. But what Robin seemed really. Why did Robin take her to lunch and then kind of question her more?
because
But
Robin
I
knows she's lying.
And it was so clear that she was lying. Like it was
I don't
it
know
was
about
so
that.
bad. All you have to say is, girl, I felt something. I was emotional. I tweeted. I shouldn't have.
Right.
Like everybody can understand that.
Mm-hmm.
We may not agree with it, but we would understand it.
And then she lied about Chris looking at her the whole night too. So
Girl.
people are like, why are they not upset with
them
Mia
producers?
lying?
Okay.
That's why I said shady producer, hot Mike,
Yes.
fourth wall, Eric saying, Candace, you talk about people too, and then Mia lying about Chris.
Episode felt different.
I thought so.
Yeah, it felt different. Like they're on something different.
I said shady.
That's
It's
why-
the producers. But what? So another thing, but
he
people were
wasn't looking
saying,
at that little film they played back was not looking.
Girl, he was looking at everything but her.
everything
Yeah,
but
I
her.
was like, oh my God. Okay.
But another thing with Mia though, people are like, well, why are people not in an uproar because Mia's caught in this lie? And I'm thinking it's because we think she lies.
Yeah, like
It's not a surprise.
All of her first season, like she don't even play telephone good, and I ain't talking about telephone like 4 days ago.
Yeah,
I just went downstairs and came upstairs and made up a
whole new story.
Like she don't. I don't know if it's a lie. I hope it ain't a lie. The whole thing about the cancer is
that's a very big lie.
You know, just changing situations, not really hearing the whole thing and ready to report something or be relevant. Because
she's about to be relevant with all these financial changes we're about to see.
Well, I don't know. So if everybody was like, well, why is Candace so mad at Giselle but not Mia and Ashley? I feel like she should be madder at Mia. Because Mia blatantly was like, "Oh, it happened to me too."
But
like,
does she know? Does Candace know that part?
She may not.
Okay, I'm thinking.
Not. Yeah, she may have known it then, but yeah, she does. You see what sensory, I think is.
What she say? Oh yeah, I put it up there.
She do kind of seem sweet and disingenuous.
She's a liar. She's a liar. Okay, y'all. Let's see what else I got.
Delusional. Like in a funny way.
Yeah, like, Mia cracks me up.
I would just laugh at her, like in her face. Like, girl, stop laughing.
Another thing, and I don't agree with this. I'm just saying it. So don't y'all people yell at me this on the thing.
Oh,
a lot of people are saying that Candace can dish it out and say these nasty things about people. But as soon as somebody says something about her, she starts crying. Do y'all agree with that or no?
To Mia does it. I've noticed Mia did it. We'll do it later. We'll talk about it. But it's something Mia did that is just I don't like either. I don't.
Candy, she cries a lot. That's not anything new.
She definitely is emotional.
But she takes whatever comes to her and claps back well enough to keep y'all mad at her. Joy,
Mia, why you talking? I mean, Kyra. So is Candace.
It's
emotionally manipulative.
Candace is not a pathological liar.
She's not a liar.
Not the liar. I said emotionally manipulative. Candace is the type of person that I'll say something that hurts her feelings, and she'll say 15 things about me, and then I'll say, and then you'll come with an apology. That really bothered me because.
Don't do the cry angle. Don't do the cry angle.
Girl,
I hate that can't.
So she does that. Like everybody knows that crying can be manipulative. And I'm not saying that she's not genuinely hurt. I know she got feelings. She's a human being. It's just how she chooses to use it. Like it's hard for me to feel sorry for you when you didn't.
I know.
Like you did horrible things about me.
I see you now, Sandy.
But you've never really wanted to
driven by emotions, like, and that's what makes her like hard for me.
She's good at retaliation too, but
really
y'all
good.
get mad about her retaliation, especially people like Joy.
I do think sometimes she goes overboard.
Well, and so do
And,
y'all though with her.
and I feel like this. I feel like you feel this way about Wanda though. Like Wanda shouldn't retaliate in a certain way
Yeah.
based on something that's said to her.
Me?
Yes, like when
Have
she
I
said,
ever complained about how Wanda retaliates?
Yes.
Tell me how. No. Tell me. No,
Then
seriously.
based off that, then her comments by
about the
saying
baby and
sugar
the
mama, or no, she didn't say the word sugar mama, but she said, you need to go find your baby daddy. Everybody in here and then admitted that she was talking about that doggone baby. And if we think that, then because it was literally a retaliation from what Mel said, and it was a play on her words.
yeah.
Everybody in here knew that. Because Mel mentioned the baby daddy, she said, "Well, you need to go with your baby daddy." She trying to be clever. She was all wrong.
She
but it was
was.
still a retaliation. It still doesn't justify what she said.
Okay, get back to this because I don't know where y'all going with that. What that got to do with
Because you said you
How
can't.
convenient. How convenient.
Yeah, no, really, I don't get what you're trying to say. That
Okay.
boo boo. Back to the facts. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Because I don't know what y'all talking
That'll
about.
be happy. I love me some
How
cat.
convenient.
No, really, that's what I'm saying. What have I done to make you? I have no idea.
I love y'all. Y'all, man, y'all, child.
I
want her to keep talking. Wait, I don't want Candace to be quiet. I just want her to not go so far.
But okay, Joy.
And the reason I say this is because people forget what has been done to her because she goes so far.
It shouldn't matter though.
Everybody's like, damn, she just went too far. So whatever happened to her is negated.
You can't determine. I know we have said this for the past 2 years. Y'all believe we've been doing this for 2 years now?
I know.
Look, you cannot control how somebody reacts to your BS. Period.
Okay.
I can't join that since all those things, negative things,
Wanda's not reacting to nobody else's BS.
Her retaliation.
Wanda's reacting to her own BS with the finger wave.
Uncomfortable is to talk about that girl's neck and her ankles.
What's the matter with her neck? I didn't get that.
They keep saying
she have
her
a fat neck
wrinkly.
or something?
And wait a minute, now that they say it, I'm always staring at her neck.
I never see. She does have cankles, but she does have thicker ankles.
I just think she got big legs.
But they go all the way down. I have a friend like that, and she's gorgeous, and she don't care about her cankles. People with cankles know they got them. They don't care.
Those are called cankles? Big legs?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what they used to talk about Hillary Clinton on that when she was running for
president.
president.
Yeah, they call cankles. I mean, it is how she feels because she hasn't tried to switch it up no matter what the audience says.
Who?
Wanda's got to be.
Did she say she had ankles, or did she say, what did she say about her?
She said, okay, neck. Okay, ankles. Oh. Not today.
Wait a minute.
Can you do it? Not today. Ankles.
Sensory said it's wrinkled. Giselle's neck is wrinkled. Really?
Wrinkled.
I've seen why.
I mean, Giselle is like 50 something.
Wrinkled necks. She don't have a wrinkled neck to me.
I don't think
I've seen Caucasian women where their face is smooth and their neck doesn't seem like it matches their face. Giselle's her face and her neck. Let me look it up because I stare at her neck because of that, and I'm like, all I keep saying is, I don't get.
Yeah, she talked about
nobody's neck.
I never heard her talk about her neck, but she called her stovepipe legs, which is like a stovepipe all the way down her legs. But Karen, to me, if you don't had that much surgery, you can't talk about anybody.
And that girl,
because you had to get a whole new face for Bravo to even check for you. Because they weren't checking for Karen until season 6 when she got a whole new face and new hair.
Wait a minute, and I know we're running out of time, but since you brought that up, did Karen really ask Ray if he was jealous
of eye candy?
Okay,
I have not seen. Will y'all show me a picture of her wrinkled neck, please?
I'm looking at all of these pictures, and
I'm talking about the people who say it.
Hey,
what's her name? Giselle Bryant. Okay.
I'm trying to find, like, this is a general picture from a
general
because page. Her neck, there's nothing wrong with her neck.
Show another.
Because I'm going through like general pictures, like pictures that don't look
Giselle Bryant
professional.
Yeah, look, Callie, because you know Joy might be just looking for the good ones.
No, I'm serious. I'm going through pictures like this one. Maybe
Or Tori, send me one
this
of her
seems
neck.
like it might. This could have been an airbrush, a professional picture. I don't know.
Yeah, that's professional. She looks gorgeous in that dang on picture.
I never noticed her neck, but I didn't notice her legs either until people pointed it
Well,
out.
I never noticed. I may have
Oh,
seen.
they Funky Dineva said stuff about people, so he said, okay.
I've noticed that her legs were big, but
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all don't need black.
Ain't nothing wrong with her neck.
Because they tend to like big legs. It's nothing wrong
What
with
is wrong with her neck, y'all?
And I be looking for like here's a picture.
Tori, find me a picture, please.
Here's a regular picture.
There's another neck. Is that a fat neck? We pulled
guess-
up the same picture.
It's the same picture.
I don't see it.
I don't either.
And here's
her
her.
when
Shut
she
up,
was a lot
Tori.
skinnier.
Get off my phone.
Ain't nothing wrong with her neck.
Her neck. Like I don't get it because it just seems like it kind of reminds me of like
I don't know, Kira. That's not true.
With narratives.
We think no, that's not true. I
You
talk
can be
about
more
Karen.
mad at Karen.
Karen
Right,
talking about
I
Kyra.
get it from Monique because y'all know Monique was talking about her because apparently Monique
She looks gorgeous.
Some kind of open house or movie premiere,
Oh.
and Monique was trying to get on with
the girl and the man bone.
They were trying to get on with the Potomac girls.
What last night Watch What Happens Live was nothing wrong with her neck, and that was live. That wasn't Photoshop.
It's not Photoshop.
She look good. I mean, she does have some big legs, but it just fits her whole body. She looks.
But I mean, black women have big legs, and I thought men liked big legs.
That's what every time people, because her legs don't look like out of shape. Her legs do look bigger than what her body
would fit. Well,
I get that, but usually when they say that, I be like, maybe they ain't messing with black men, especially from the South, because
these girls are paying for this.
They love that.
If you watch Love and Hip Hop and all that, they paying for, so maybe that right there on her neck.
Like those are just lines in the neck, like we all have those.
Right, we all have lines in our neck.
I'm sorry, I
was trying. Okay, anyway, I want to get back to Karen. No, I feel like people let Karen get away with stuff. You didn't watch us last season. Karen can say the worst, horriblest things in the world, and people just like, "Oh, it's Karen. Oh, it's Karen."
And
she is horrible.
She's vulgar too. She was obsessed. She's
horrible.
With sales for JJ.
Right? Yeah,
It was so weird. Like, and Callie said the best thing ever. I'm telling you,
it was me.
Last year, I have tickled. I have laughed out loud even thinking about this.
Yeah.
She said, "In all my black life,
I have not
seen a woman walk in a room and say, look at that big old
vagina."
Like,
I never
busted out laughing.
Karen is a bit much.
I think her neck is
wrinkled.
wrinkled.
But that's what Karen did. She was constantly talking about that girl's private parts. It was so weird.
All the time. She really was.
So should Giselle get plastic surgery on her neck?
Absolutely. No.
I'm not just asking the people who talk about it. Would that make them feel better if she got it?
Yeah, they probably are.
You are so perfect.
Yeah, she did have about 4 or 5 lines.
That they can think about, because that you obviously don't care about your ex.
So it's the lines in her neck y'all don't like.
Yeah, so look, okay. That's why you see some older women start to wear scarves all the time.
Like if you watch the news,
buy me some.
And you look at some of the older Caucasian women on the news, you could tell they have Botox. So
how do you get I got lines in how do you get lines out of your neck?
You can get.
I don't think you do.
On New Jersey, what was the name of the girl who left, who was married to Caroline's sister? Her brother.
You pull up pictures from season 1. George, you can show me a picture. You know how to text me.
Is her name Jill? I don't remember her name.
But you can have a surgery.
Yeah, she had the surgery on the show.
So do y'all think that
is that why they lost their house?
That Giselle does not? When people talk about her, go and run and get a new booty and a new breast and a new surgery and a new nose and a new face.
Me, that's the charm of Giselle. Giselle is the type of chick that's so comfortable with herself that even after all of these years, still getting her clothes out her closet.
Right.
Still weren't her. She didn't go out and get a whole facial, nor has Ashley. None of them are.
None of them really but Karen.
I don't know why they think they could dress, because in my opinion, none of them dress.
Right.
Like, all of them have worn pieces that I thought was cute, but none of them put me in mind of every time I see them, they're together. Like, none of them, not one.
Yeah, I want a picture of the neck. That's why I'm saying, Tori, send me one since you know what you're talking about. What else? I don't have a problem with her neck. Y'all were asking what Oh, they don't have a problem with it. They just, that's what Candace was referring to.
Yeah,
okay.
Well, it's silly. It's just like you're running with a narrative, in my opinion, that don't make sense, because I never paid it any attention before. So when I'm looking at it now, I find myself staring at her neck, trying to figure out, well, what's the problem? Because I've seen it. I've noticed it on news anchors because I watch news.
Well, tell her that her house is horrible, and who cares?
Cute.
But I mean, but who cares that her house is horrible?
And she owns hers.
Nobody else owns her house.
That shade is a bit much.
I mean, she owns
me
hers.
crazy. Ain't no wrong with her house.
She owns her. It's nothing wrong with her house. I wouldn't have painted my brick.
No, I wouldn't have painted my brick either.
I don't understand.
I'm still trying to figure out, though, why is there a garage door with no garage?
I didn't see a garage
door. Oh, is it?
Yeah, but she's had the garage door, but then there's no wall. I mean, there's no.
Is it attached to her house?
It's attached.
Well, show me a picture.
Maybe it was.
I don't see nothing wrong with her house.
Maybe the garage was open.
No. You have the garage door, so I'm seeing the door. They're just not. It's not an enclosed garage. It's just she has a door, so if you're driving up on the front, you can see the garage.
Andy said that Giselle had that cut from BravoCon.
What?
Somebody heard the way she dressed. I heard it, so I didn't know it was cut.
What?
I heard them say it.
What?
That she's not comfortable because she had Andy cut out a part of the BravoCon.
And he did?
But they even said they don't squash the beef. Oh. They said that when they had them in Dubai said they couldn't dress and and Giselle them said their show was horrible.
It was. Like it, and
the doors are nice. I liked Dubai.
I did. And I thought it was.
She said the garage doors are not installed, but yeah, no, they were on there on the show this weekend. But her house is fine though. I
mean, Giselle's house is over $100 million. So
I like it's
somebody and it's paid for.
Yeah, and she paid like $800,000, and now it's worth more than $1.2 million.
Like Karen and Mia.
I don't see nothing wrong with her house.
Thank you, because Karen is definitely renting. Who would have thought?
I don't understand how people would talk about somebody who bought a house. It's just certain things I wouldn't talk about. Yeah, I don't get that.
It's like Toya said. I like what Toya said. I don't walk in people's houses and judge. That's what they
either.
Like,
you believe that about Toya though?
But Toya judges everything. But
she don't judge their house though. That was Mariah.
She called her apartment a bull-ass apartment, or whatever.
But that had nothing to do with her actual apartment. She was talking about Kawhi sitting up there in that bull. It was during COVID. She was like, put it in context. Kawhi sitting up there in that BS apartment running off at the mouth instead of whatever. It wasn't like she was literally calling. Here's about the whole thing about semantics with like with Wanda. I don't think she wasn't really talking about the show. She was really talking about Quad, because she felt like Quad, I can't remember exactly what they were talking about, but it was something about Quad running her mouth. So she was just saying that, and it was during COVID. So you
Karen stayed written. I just don't. I mean, but I don't care.
I don't think
like my style. I'm gonna tell y'all. In high school, I got most unique. I've never wanted to look like anybody else in my life.
Okay, so there is the garage door.
Is this the new house that's finished?
No, it's almost finished.
Okay,
but you can't see there's no wall on the side of it, so it looks like a garage from the front.
Maybe it's a carport kind of thing. Have you seen those?
It was a carport, yeah.
But I've never cared about looking or acting or dressing like anybody. I'm telling you, I got most unique, and that was my superlative, because I've always wanted to be different. So I don't know. I guess that's why I'm like, it doesn't bother me how any of the housewives dress. it doesn't bother me about what their houses look like. That to me is their style. Everybody has a different style, and we just I won't like it. You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna like everything I like. So I don't know, but people, that's what they go on. And when did we get to this where we're saying about people's clothes and their, were we always like this with the housewives?
No, but I will tell you that there is people within certain communities, as you said, what community that tend to go in on fashions where that kind of thing is important to them. It's just not. I mean, when I walk into people's house, unless it's unclean, and it got to be real bad unclean, because I mean, all of us got a nasty cousin.
Yeah.
And we still go over there and eat.
Yeah. Well, I ain't gonna eat. Well, now, if they cook good, I don't know.
Right. All of us got a nasty cousin, and we still eat in their house. So.
I don't know. It might just be us, because I don't know. I hear the other people say this.
Somebody's house and they had ants everywhere, and you sit with your purse like
I'm
this.
not. Oh, I'm not gonna talk about my family member because people will know. I'm not gonna.
Boy, you had a nerve to be talking when she and Eugene lost. Wasn't that a mess when they lost that money?
That.
Oh my God, I was like,
y'all,
wow.
we've been on here for a long time, so we got anything
let's wrap
else?
This up.
Oh, I do have one thing. So I don't know if y'all paid attention, but you know how they showed the previews for next week? Ashley's gonna say that Michael wants to get a vasectomy because he thinks she wants to get pregnant again. But I thought they couldn't have sex for a year.
I had thought about that too when they said that. I was like, wow,
because it extends the separation,
right? So could she get pregnant?
She gonna be married waiting on divorce longer than Bethany was. It took Bethany Frankel 8 years?
And Kenya? How long is Kenya? 3?
Yes.
Wow. Why do they divorces take so long?
Because people want more money than they're entitled to.
But I was just gonna say she does have a prenup.
Who?
Ashley.
But they say it's not what she thinks it is, though.
Yeah, she signed it. She didn't read it.
She kind of got the impression that it wasn't as good as she thought it was.
Remember the one season she said, I'm going to have your attorney look at it?
Yeah.
His attorney look at it.
I don't think they're getting a divorce.
She needs to get her own stuff.
Do y'all think she's going to get a divorce?
No.
Okay. I don't either.
And then she was crying, saying that, maybe she's made a mistake.
She filed for legal separation, though.
But you have to for a year.
I know, but initially she hadn't. So she came on this show not having filed. So
yes, that is true.
Found out.
I don't understand how you could have 2 little kids in that condo. I mean, I know people do it every day who don't have money. Like you live in like a smaller place, you have kids. But if your husband's a millionaire, why would you have the 2 little kids?
And you know that's crazy because she moved out when they separated before. Remember?
Right. I don't get it. I like, but I'm gonna tell you, I like everybody on Potomac. Wendy's kind of, but I like all of them. Wendy's kind of, I don't feel like Wendy's herself. I feel like Candace is definitely herself. Giselle, definitely herself. Robin, definitely. And that's why they work. But
I'm not a fan of Karen because she's so mean.
Karen's not herself.
I don't think Karen is herself either.
So people, I'm going to ask this before we leave. Who's your favorite person on Potomac? Or persons, if you have more than one. And then we'll get off. Y'all got anything else?
I do have one question to ask.
Okay.
And that is, I thought it was kind of interesting that Robin is separating herself. There's been such a big push there. All the other ladies are really jealous of their relationship. So there's just been this push for them to separate themselves. Robin, over time, has always confronted Giselle. I don't know why people didn't think, because I happened to be watching the episode that came on last Sunday, and they showed where Robin went to Giselle because she was mad that she and Monique was fighting at her home, at her open house. I remember that. And she confronted Giselle, and she did it in front of people. And I think that there has been more than one occasion. Oh, and Giselle said, I don't know if we talked about this, on Watch What's Happening. I don't know what she said this on, but
She said what? Yeah, she said on Watch What Happens Live.
when she was talking about when she had mentioned that Robin's house was was only in her name. Giselle said, I love how she explains stuff. She just gets to the point. She'll tell, like I tell you all around the world before I tell you my point.
Yeah, you
She
do.
said, I know I do. She said,
That was said on camera.
Robin told her that her name was only on the house on camera.
Yeah.
So she didn't think that was a secret. They just didn't air it.
And I think that happens a lot on these shows.
And she said that in front of Andy.
Yeah, and Andy
because
didn't
it was
know.
one of the questions from the audience. So, you know, I tend to believe them when they say stuff. Robin is pretty truthful too about things that are edited out when people call them out.
But I don't understand why people want their friendship to break up. Like it's like a goal.
It's ignorant. It's they like it because they, you know, people want to divide and conquer. So there are giddy people that are they're laughing at this kind. You know, they find it entertaining.
Yeah. Latoya asked a question about Robin and her husband talking about the prenup. How did y'all think that went?
What do y'all think about that?
I thought it was good. I mean, he likes to walk away from her a lot.
Because I don't think he wants it on camera. Do you think that's what it is?
But I like how he handled it when he came.
Yeah. But I thought me too. I thought he did. He said, well, yeah, I'm proud of everything you do. And of course, I mean, you signed a prenup for me, even though we were broke type thing. I thought he handled it very well.
But do you
and they knew each other since they was kids.
Yeah, since they was,
you know, so
I think her parents let him live with them for a little while.
Yeah, they were teenagers. They were, and he was younger than her.
So she said Mia doesn't own her behavior. Sandy thinks she does. I don't think Mia owns her behavior.
Yes, that's true. I agree with that.
I agree with you, but do you think that? Well, so why are people not questioning why Robin waited to say this to Juan on camera? Like, why do y'all?
Why you know what?
Juan
knows. Juan knows that they needed the money to keep their money growing.
Y'all pick and choose because y'all was wondering why Giselle waited to say this on
That's
camera.
True.
Why Candace waited to show her IVF on camera? Why do they wait to do certain things on camera? Because it's
the IVF though. I mean, so you don't think she started IVF until she was filming?
No, that was her first shot. Did you say, I'm scared? I'm scared. She's pinching the skin. I'm scared. And I've had to give myself blood thinners in my stomach. So I'm not making fun of her. But that was her first time doing that.
Yes. Look, hey,
so,
I'm going to get paid for this. I'm going to keep my storyline growing.
I mean, I'm not mad at her for any of them. I thought I don't have a problem with what they all have going on. It's not really an issue for me anywhere around it. I just waiting on camera to me is stupid. Although the Chris situation, if Candace was my Judy, my real girlfriend, I would have told her to her face off camera. But I don't think they're real friends. I don't believe that based off of how badly Candace comes at her. You couldn't have been my friend after.
Kelly know how to touch the comments. Now, child, I'm scared.
Wait, Miss Century said, I don't agree with Robin asking for. Why not?
Because I agree with that. I agree with she should have. Why don't you agree?
Yeah, I mean, I would love to hear, Century, why you think that you don't agree with that.
Juan asked her for one.
Yeah, Juan is unbothered for the camera, and I was glad to see that. Now, once the cameras guys took off for the night, they probably had a different conversation. But
yeah, she did cover Juan, but we all know that Robin makes more than Juan.
Well, he's a coach. I don't know how much they make.
How much do you think Robin makes on?
It's posted.
I don't know. It is posted. Their salary.
Oh yeah, his salary's probably public knowledge.
Oh, okay.
They probably did a press release and everything.
Yeah, they have to. College, you have to be accountable for everybody.
Gotta be very transparent.
Well, I'm just glad they.
So some people. Oh, I know why she feels this way. Is it because Robin lost his money?
That could have a lot to do with it.
That's what a lot of people were saying.
They have
Robin
been through.
didn't lose to his money. They trusted a friend. It was a mutual friend.
That's
Now
still
he
losing
may have
money.
introduced him to Juan, but this person wasn't just a friend of Robin's. It was a friend of theirs. And they stole their money. Robin did not mess up their money. That dude took their money and committed suicide once he was
Yeah, that's true. But
this.
what
I
if
mean,
Robin has a prenup and it has like a clause like Ashley's supposed to have is where after so many years you can get this much money. Like I feel like she needs to have a prenup. Like Cynthia didn't have a prenup. And I hope Mike doesn't go after her. Kenya didn't have a prenup. So I think she needs to get a prenup. What kind of coach? If he's not coaching college, he's college. Right? Yeah, I think
okay, he's a coach at Coppin State. So
yeah.
according to this, he replaced somebody, and that person made $144,000.
Yeah, that's probably what he makes.
Oh, well,
that was
that they have a good comeback
too. That was in 2017.
Yeah, he might make almost
he's
$2
at
million.
Coppin State, which is a HBCU over there.
Yeah.
Is it possible he doesn't know what Robin makes?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think Robin does well.
Yeah, I do too.
So somebody says she's still responsible because Robin says she chose the man to help them and he took from them.
That's what I think.
I'm fine with the prenup too. Okay, y'all. Are we done? Are we taking calls? Somebody want to come in? If not, I'm getting off of here.
Everybody is done. We is going to bed.
Yes, 8:16.
Oh Lord, yeah, y'all. We gonna have to stop talking about stuff that we ain't supposed to. So we can be done soon.
We up out of here.
Because I am sleepy. Let's see. Dawn Stanley is a coach at USC and she make close to $2 million. But that's what you call those kind of schools. Like USC and Alabama and all them. What are they called?
I mean, those are, there's a difference between the HBCU. It's just
but what are they?
I mean, a coach for college makes $2 million a year.
Yeah, like if you coach for like Alabama and UT and all them,
those particular schools. I know Deion Sanders has to be one of the top salaries, and he makes $500,000.
Yeah, and that's for HBCU, right?
Yeah, he's at Jackson State.
Yeah.
I mean, just to kind of put it in perspective, I just came looking up so-and-so. The top coaches at Duke, he makes 9.7.
Yeah, that's a different school.
These are the basketball coaches. Basketball coach at Kentucky makes $8 million. And
she said Morehouse makes $2 million.
Villanova 6, Texas August 5.
They make up.
These are millions.
So you're saying Morehouse coach makes $2 million? Do they even have a good team?
They don't even have. I know they're not even in the HBCU leagues. Morehouse is so uppity. You know, they left.
So they're in a different league. Okay.
They left.
I was gonna say TSU ain't never played Morehouse, so I didn't think they even had a team. Okay.
Morehouse basketball.
What is it? The basketball or football?
Don't give me the line.
I don't know. Coaches they can make a lot depending on what school.
Yeah.
But because Jen Shaw husband, I guess he made a lot.
I don't know.
I hope so. If he owes how much? $9 million back? He gonna need something.
At my school, the coach I think was making 2.4.
Did y'all like this confessional look? And then we can stop talking.
Somebody asked, was she tanning? Did she look darker?
Yeah, but I think it was light.
I think it was the lighting of the color that she had on.
Yeah.
All right, y'all ready? Nobody wanted to come on. Nobody said they did, so we're going to get on. Y'all. Oh, let me put our thing up. Y'all know what to do to that because we need some people to join us sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else, ladies? I done got sleepy. That
Me
shows
too.
you. How do I take this off? All right. Thank y'all for joining us. We had a wonderful time. Anything else? Any joyisms? Any crystal clears? Any emotional Callies?
I know you can just call me emotional.
Y'all ready to piece it out?
They be so funny. I mean,
Leave Callie alone. Thanks for watching.
Emotional with a purpose.
And we will be back. I don't think I'm doing the thing Thursday, so we can be back Thursday if y'all want. I guess these
Thursday, Sandy.
I think
Okay,
this
you guys,
is the one
thank
we've
you.
been waiting for too.
Huh?
I think the Beverly Hills is gonna be explosive Thursday.
Oh yes. It's gonna be
Who
really
is
good.
football
I
head?
might be on vacation
Ashley.
Thursday. I ain't in the mood over them. Maybe I'll get some extra rest and some Tylenol because y'all be clowning.
That Kara said she want to come. Kara, I asked 10, 20 minutes ago
Yeah,
who
we
wanted
about
to
to
get
go
on.
to bed.
And nobody said yes. So I said, I'm
Girl,
down.
look at Holly Berry guy. This dude looks so
We'll
cheap.
be talking about Erica Thursday, and I know that's who you like to go at me for, so come through.
She looks
Come through Thursday.
Not tonight, though.
Oh, Lord. Callie going to be emotional on Beverly Hills. So y'all just be ready.
I am not emotional.
Girl.
I'm factual. It's a difference.
girl. Okay.
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 Peace.
Okay.
Bloop.